Well, I want to talk about life-saving abortion health care overall and the fight for women who have been set back decades and decades with our next guest. Joining us now, Michigan's Democratic Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson. She's a candidate for governor and author of the new memoir, The Purposeful Warrior, Standing Up for What's Right When the Stakes Are High. And of course, Ms. Benson certified a fair and accurate presidential election in her state and then was targeted. Her life was threatened. And I wonder, first, if you can share the basis of the book, what inspired it, and then we'll move into specifics.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having me. The book actually was something I started to write in the aftermath of that fateful 2020 presidential election, about what it was like to stand up to the President of the United States and his most ardent followers as they entered into this unprecedented effort to overturn the election, leading up to the tragedy of January 6, 2021 that unfolded, and really what it took, and how stories throughout my life helped me build a bravery muscle for that moment, but really also how important it is for all of us to be able to stand up and speak truth to power when things like our rights and freedoms are on the line.
Secretary Benson, tell me about Michigan right now. In the beginning of the Trump administration, this is a state, that has gone both ways the last couple elections, but always closely. What are voters thinking about as they watch the beginning of this administration unfold?
Oh, the last 100 days has been nothing but chaos and confusion for all of our residents, whether they voted for the president or not, because the reckless tariffs and the other economic policies we've seen come out of Washington have only increased the cost of living in our state, when a lot of these voters who supported the president were expecting him to drive down the cost of living. But whether it's affordable housing or being able to simply just buy eggs and pay for childcare and not have to choose between the two, all of that is front of mind for people right now. And it's really concerning because I think a lot of folks expected a light at the end of the tunnel with this administration, and they're only seeing things get worse. And
yeah, it's just a really long tunnel. But talk about the tariffs specifically. Michigan, there in Detroit, it's the only place in the states that I know of where you actually go south to go to Canada. I mean, and the way that Detroit and Windsor, Ontario have been sort of integrated all this time, the way the auto industry, vehicles cross borders, parts of vehicles cross borders. How is that impacting people in your state?
Yeah, we are a border state. We border Canada, and so our relationship with Canada and that border is very critical to our own specific economic power and influence and prosperity. And so all of this has created a lot of damage to our state's economy in particular. And also the fact that we build things in Michigan is a great thing. We want to build more things in Michigan. That's one of the things that has helped our economy thrive. But at the same time, these reckless tariffs have not been specific enough to help us build more things. They've only caused a lot of economic pain and duress.
Secretary Benson, good morning. Thanks for coming on the show again. People see you on Morning Joe and they ask me what's she like, and I say, well, she ran the Boston Marathon while 8 months pregnant, and they go, oh, got it. Okay, I think I understand who she is. But let's talk about the book specifically, The Purposeful Warrior. You've talked about how you sort of stood in the breach there in 2020 and certified that election. You had people coming to your house threatening you, armed protesters. Can you just talk a little bit about what it means to you to be a purposeful warrior?
Well, in the same sense that what enabled me to run that marathon 8 months pregnant, which I have a chapter in the book that's all about that, it's really about how all of us can accomplish so much more than we realize. And oftentimes folks will use fear, particularly powerful folks will use fear to try to make us feel like our voice doesn't matter or we have to sit down and not stand up for what's right. But that's when it's even more important to raise our voice and speak that truth to power. And so my book was how I've collected experiences throughout my life, including running that marathon, that helped me in that critical moment defend our democracy. But it's really a call to action for us all to think about. Amidst all the chaos and confusion of this moment, what can we do to improve our lives, stand up for ourselves, the people we love, and the communities we call home? This book is a how-to guide on how to do that, based on stories of my own life and those who've inspired me along the way.
So, Secretary Benson, off of that last answer, why are you running for the United States Senate? Do you think, or why are you running specifically? Do you think it would make such a difference in people's lives that you were running? rather than someone else?
Yeah, I'm running to be the next governor of Michigan because I'm a mom of an 8-year-old son who in 10 years is going to be 18 and deciding what he does with his life. The next 10 years is going to define his childhood, his future, and the childhood and future of all of our loved ones in so many ways. And so for me, it's personal in making sure that Michigan's economy is one where everyone can prosper and thrive and where you don't have to choose between access to childcare and access to food. I believe the next governor of Michigan will need to be a warrior, someone who's willing to stand up to this administration and also do everything we can and work with anyone on either side of the aisle to improve the economic well-being of all of our residents.
Well, Secretary Benson, I was going to ask you about that because you talk about being a purposeful warrior. You talk about the courage that had to be shown in 2020. And I just can't help but go back and think about the Republicans also that stood by your side, those local officials in Wayne County, those local Republican officials across the state of Michigan that were threatened, those judges that have stood up, that may have been members of the Federalist Society across America, the Trump-appointed judges right now that grew up as Republicans, appointed by Donald Trump, that are standing up for immigrants, that are standing up for the very things that you were fighting. Talk about, as Gene said, in a swing state like Michigan, how important it is to do two things at once. Be a warrior for the things that you believe in and also reach across the aisle and figure out how to work for the people of Michigan.
Yeah, I think it's possible and necessary to be able to do both, to both stand up for our rights and freedoms and against anyone who would try to harm the economic power of our citizens, and still be able to work with anyone and get stuff done. And that's exactly what I've done as Secretary of State. I've turned around our DMV, our Department of Motor Vehicles. It used to be a poster child for inefficiency. Now it's the most efficient government agency in our state, no wait times and all the rest, because I was able to work across the aisle and make data-driven, solution-oriented decisions to get things done. And that's really the job of a governor, to stand up for what we believe in, to really adhere to our values of inclusion and ensuring everyone has a fair shot, and being able to work with anyone to make data-driven decisions that are solution-oriented and move the ball forward and improve everyone's lives.
Secretary Benson, I'd love to ask you about an area where women obviously are really struggling across the country, and that pertains to abortion, health care, and all the other related issues. What are some of the messages and the advice in your book and your experience as a women leader that they can draw from, whether it's advocates or just moms turned advocates after their terrible experiences, to fight for the rights we once had?
Yeah, you know, one of the stories I share for the first time in this book was what it was like to go through a miscarriage and how challenging it was and how important it was to have a strong network of support and healthcare providers that helped me make informed decisions about my own reproductive rights and freedom. And the reason I share that story is in this book is to tell everyone who've suffered or perhaps have stories to tell as well how important it is for us as women in particular to share those stories, because what happened in Michigan in 2022 is that women came together and amended our state constitution, worked across the aisle with voters all across our state to enshrine reproductive freedom and rights in our state constitution. But it's not enough, because the work still needs to be invested in to ensure those rights are real for everyone and that every one of our families have access to those reproductive health care and freedoms. And so there's still work left to be done in Michigan, but it's important, and it starts with us working together, sharing our stories, talking about our experiences so that we can see each other and work together.
The new book is The Purposeful Warrior, Standing Up for What's Right When the Stakes Are High. Michigan's Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. Congratulations on the book. We'll see you soon. Thanks for
having
on.
me. Thank you.
All right, coming up.